So Nicole, it's great to have you here today. I'm excited about getting your pictures taken for you. We're going to try to do this and provide as much kind of modesty as we can, because I know it's like a little bit rough sometimes to bear it all. But so here we are. We're going to take these pictures in dim light studio because we want to be able to showcase the dimples so that we can see the improvement that Qwo made. So let's get ready. I'm going to get behind the camera and you're going to stand right here with facing the wall. Okay. And then once you do, we'll have you take off the robe.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Cool. So we're going to be ready. I'm going to be right down here. And I've got my computer set up, all the lights rigged so that we can see those dimples. Why don't you go ahead and just toss the robe on the side and I'll get ready here and be ready to photograph.
So we're one of the first offices in the country to offer a new way to treat cellulite. Cellulite, if you're not aware of the numbers, it affects about 72% of adult women. So it's a very common condition that, you know, some women just kind of go with the flow, and others who are still kind of body conscious and beach conscious just say, I want to get rid of this. Up until Qwo, you know, my go-to treatment for cellulite, which I think actually did work, was Sulfina. But Sulfina was a pretty brutal treatment as far as, it was a surgical sort of treatment where it was one time, but you know, people had some significant recovery from Sulfina. So I think this treatment is going to give Sulfina an amazing, you know, brisk competition, because it's a in-office injectable treatment where we basically space 3 treatments about 3 weeks apart and just go for specific sites where the cellulite is apparent. And what's amazing is that after one treatment, you may come in and it's like, okay, you know, the bulk of what we just treated is fine, but then it kind of we see the smaller ones that were kind of just hiding in there. It's kind of like pulling weeds out of the garden. You pull the big ones, and it's like, oh, there's some smaller stuff there. So we treat what we see. It's injectable. It's virtually painless at the time of treatment. The biggest issue that people have to deal with is bruising. It's not painful bruising, but it's just bruising. So we want you to do your part to really take care of, you know, all those predisposing foods like aspirin, NSAIDs, alcohol consumption, fish oils, anything you can do to kind of eliminate that before the treatment so that we can say, well, we did our best to minimize the bruising. But you do have to plan on bruising. Okay? Yeah. So how did you get interested in Qwo?
You know, I've had cellulite my whole life, as long as I can remember, and I'm pretty confident that that's the one thing that's always bothered me, that I've always wanted to get some kind of treatment for.
So this kind of comes across as something that's doable and
it's less
not a scary,
not
a scary procedure, correct. And you know, the other thing too is we have a lot of body contouring treatments, some of which have been FDA cleared for cellulite, like the Z-Wave, Exilus, and yeah, it works a little bit, but you just got to really, you know, just do multiple treatments and just become a, you know, an office rat to come in and let us just do it again and again and again. This, I think, is more permanent because it's a very interesting substance. Technically it's called collagenase histolyticum, Clostridium histolyticum. So it's an enzyme made by a bacteria that actually breaks down the exact collagen fibers that cause cellulite. So it doesn't get the other natural ones, it just gets those particular fibers. So that's what makes it so unique and so specific for treating cellulite.
I love that, and I love the idea of just getting it done completely. Just one time, or well, a few treatments, and then it just being gone and not having to come back and do it again. Right.
Now, and the other thing I didn't mention was that the system's designed so each kit is designed with 2 vials of product. And each vial is basically has enough volume to treat 12 dimples per side. So that's why we're kind of selecting out the ones that we feel are the most, you know, evident each time we do it. So that's why that 12 count is what we're limited to. The other thing is that the FDA has cleared it for cellulite on the butt. I mean, literally on the buttocks. Right now, they're not indicating it for lateral thighs. That may be coming. But right now what I find is that so many people come in with the lateral thighs, it's laxity that's causing the problem. And when I see the laxity problem is they say, oh, all these dimples, and if you just take your hands and just pull up on the thigh just a little bit, it's gone. And you're like, that's laxity.
So that's not cellulite.
That's not cellulite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So I guess you would like to show me
My dimples.
your dimples. Let me get a pair of gloves on and